Happy 420, everyone. How y'all doing this morning? Good day today. 420 is always a good day. Every day is 420 for me. How about you all? Well, I wanted to do a feed last night of my Prove Me Wrong to our fearless leaders, but I felt that I needed to really prepare because, today's 420. This is what my fight is about. My whole argument is that they're punishing us, treating us like criminals, for a plant. A plant that a doctor or a psychiatrist, who knows what reason any of you or myself have a card for. Who knows? Who knows the reason, They're not doctors, these leaders of ours. They're not psychiatrists. When they wanted something from us, they came and asked. They asked for our help, for our vote, and we gave it to them. Just foolishly gave it to them. But we believed in them. We believed in them. This is why we gave them our vote. We truly felt that Gabe and all these other people would come and say, you know what? We got this plant here and we're going to talk about it today. What are you all's thoughts? You all that put us here. How about you all just give us a little input, a little insight. Let us know why you utilize this plant. But they didn't do that. They didn't do that. They don't want us right now. They already have our vote. They already have our vote. These people are just setting themselves up. So today I'm going to touch on like 3 things here. Well, actually the last thing, this last page here is really big for us. This last page is my whole reason, my whole frustration with this, okay? But these topics here, these topics, they are so important to us. So important to us. If you can hear my noise in the background and it's too loud, let me know. But my baby's watching her cartoons and I'm not going to disturb her. She's usually pretty good with her little shows. But anyway, back to this. Now you all need to pay attention to this because these things we're going to talk about, I just don't understand how Gabe and Nelva, I'm going to say Gabe and Nelva a lot, Tyner, Frizzell, because these 4 are ruling us in every way. It's just ridiculous, okay? So now, I fussed the other day. I talked, I argued, I was upset. I was really upset about our social service. Our social service, okay? These are just some common sense things. Like, I'm not even licensed to be a social worker, anything in this area, and anything. But these are just like common sense, just things that you think, man, should these have been thought of? And I really hope they were. Gabe and Nelva, Judge Dahl, oh man. Y'all just putting our kids away. All you judges are going to come up. You all are just signing away, letting them take our babies. So, okay, social service. Social service. Gabe, Nelva, all of you. Have the financial obligations been met to any of these foster parents? Are they currently being paid? Or are they being told that they have to wait for funds to be released? These are things that we should know about. These are our babies. Imagine we send our baby to some people off the res like we're doing now. And they get upset because we didn't pay them. We're waiting on our funds to be released. And they're getting mad and mad and mad and more mad every day, just more mad. What if they take it out on our babies? Are you all checking on them? These people are doing a service for our children. They should be taken care of. Especially the ones that aren't here on their homeland. You should really be checking on them and making sure that they're safe. Do you all not see how precious our babies are? These babies are our future, literally our future. Gabe and Nelva, do you not see that? Would you all just allow someone to take your baby off the reservation and live somewhere? Would you make sure they're monitoring them and checking on them? I would like to know what you need to do to be a foster parent. What are the qualifications? And who goes and checks and makes sure that you're really telling the truth and you're really meeting those qualifications? Or do they just let you be a foster parent and take these babies? You know, these are things we need to know. These are our children. I would like to know what you judges receive. What information do you judges receive to say, let's remove these kids from their mom. Let's remove these kids from their homeland. Are you looking at everything, or are you just listening to one person? Because all these mamas I talk to that don't have their babies, they didn't get any fair treatment from you all. Any justice for their babies. I hope you all are listening. Man, imagine if we could all be in the same meeting with them. Imagine if I could say this to their face. Wouldn't that be so great? To be able to talk to the people we put up there face to face to finally get some answers maybe. I'm going to give you all some answers today, okay? Gabe, you stay tuned. Tyner, Brazil. Nelva, you stay tuned too. Our social service was taken over by this 638 program, and it failed. And if it didn't fail, prove me wrong. I want to be proven wrong on this one because this is like so important. These are our babies. These are our babies. Do you see that little girl right there playing with my hair? Do you see her? Do you see how precious, how innocent they are? Y'all better fight for your babies. We let the tribe do this. We didn't actually let them. They just did it. We can't say we let them because they just did it. They didn't ask any of us. No. They did it on their own. They seen green and they filled their pockets. And if you didn't, then prove me wrong. And now social service is broke. Broke. Ask the foster parents. Talk to them. Talk to these foster parents. Ask them what is being done for them. Are these foster parents certified? I keep seeing a post. I think it's great. I really do. I think it's great to go out and find certified, safe homes for our babies. Here. But who makes sure they're certified? Who checks on our babies? I just don't understand how you all are just allowing them to remove our babies. Okay. So this whole program here is now broke, okay? 638, it's broke. What's going to happen now to our social service department? What's going to happen to it, Gabe? The one we have now is a joke. Are these ladies certified? Are they able? Do they understand anything about us or our babies? Are they on call 24/7? Are they going to check on them? Do they communicate with you foster parents? Do they help you? How many of our social workers are tribal members? Any of you people that work in social service, how many of you are tribal members? And if you are tribal members or not, are you doing your job? Are you checking on our babies, our children, especially the ones sent off? And then here's another thing. Are you keeping our foster parents safe? Or are we taking the parents to their homes? To their homes so that they can have that time with their natural parent. Who does that? Who does that? Have any of you foster parents had to deal with any angry parents? Any of you foster parents ever have to deal with angry parents at your home? Did the police help you when you had to deal with them? Probably not. Did social service help you when you had to deal with that parent? No, maybe they took them back. Let's talk about this. What is wrong with you? If you are just bluntly putting our foster parents at risk, there's a reason some of these people don't have their babies. There are other ways, other places they can meet so that they can, bond and try to get their child back, show that they can be a parent, but not at this foster parent's home. No, not at their home. So whose poor mismanagement put all these people in there, allocated the funds as needed, I guess. And now where are the funds? I would like to see where the funds went for this program. We all have a right, especially you that are missing your babies. Especially you all that have these children in your homes, taking care of them as foster parents. They should be taking care of you. You're taking care of their babies, I hope. I hope all you foster parents are doing good. Who knows what goes on off the res? Can't even check on our babies. I think that's insane. That you just willingly just allowed this, Gabe, Minerva, Judge Dahl. Who else is a judge? Who else is a judge up there that has allowed your baby to be removed? Judge Caneswa. I really like Judge Caneswa. I think he's a great person, okay? Some of you might not, but I do. I really do. But as a judge, no. This is enough. This is enough. I have sat in, I don't know how many hearings with this man. And hopefully the case is just a open shut case. It's really simple. A lot of our child support cases are usually real simple, and he's great at those cases. No conflict. No one to upset. Okay. But if you have to continue to recess, to go consult with the other judges and your court clerks, over and over throughout all these years, or you have to consult with your judge on this side when it's your hearing. I don't even understand why these judges are in your hearing, but that's enough. If you cannot stand up and put your foot down and assert our laws, you have no reason to be there. I just don't understand how any of you judges are allowing our babies, our Mescalero Apache babies, to leave our homelands. How? How is that okay? We should talk to some of the people that were allowed to be removed long time ago, before my days, when I was not even thought of. So this 638 program that took over social service and failed is now going to be discussed for our forestry this week. What is today? Oh, this coming week, the 24th. Did anybody ask any of you forestry staff, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about becoming a 638? Because I hear you'll all be gone. They don't want any of you there. They don't need any of your help, these great leaders of ours. So imagine, I wonder who they're trying to move in there. Imagine who they're trying to move in there. I could take a good bet, good guess here and win. I'm pretty sure of it. So let's see. Superintendent, what do you have to say? What did you have to say about all this? What are your thoughts? Did you even talk about this with Gabe? Did he listen to you? Or did he already know it all? So all you staff up there, you should start to speak up, because you'll all be replaced. So, do you all understand what it means for this 638, what it opens up, all the doors it opens up for us? The cost we have to cover. Can our tribe cover those costs? I don't think so. Maybe if it was taken like personally from someone's bank account, but I don't think the tribe can cover that kind of cost. Nelva, are you ready to fight legally any kind of lawsuits that come along with this? Because I don't see you competent enough. You have failed in every area with me. I think we all need to speak up. Before the 24th, this shouldn't happen. This should not happen. It needs to stay this way. It needs to stay forestry. BIA, leave it alone. Why are you trying to destroy everything we have? Why don't you want to leave anything for our babies? Why don't our children matter to you? Why haven't we brought our babies home? Why aren't we trying to leave anything for them, build for them instead of destroy for them? How did you all grow up? What did Mr. Chino leave you all? What did Wendell leave you all? I remember growing up, and I remember all the things that he used to do. Crazy. These leaders are laying out their path, their paths for their success. I don't even know if it includes all their children, but the important ones, I guess. I hope you're watching, Gabe. Let's see. PAC tests. How many firefighters do we have that have passed the PAC tests? Can you all pass? Have you all went out? Have any of you been sent back for not being able to do it? For not passing, not handling? It's kind of dangerous. Important. So imagine if we get into the tribe. They won't care about any of that. You can't pass your PAC test. It's okay, go to the fire. I'm sure somehow you'll manage to outrun it. Think about who will replace all of our forestry staff. All these retired people, so they can come back and collect more. Do we have managers that can pass PAC tests? Can the managers up there pass PAC tests? Does fire rescue have to pass a PAC test? And who asked for that? Do we have managers up there at the forestry that have right to ask for all these things? Can they prove that they can pass a PAC test? These are all kinds of things we need to look into. Who sat down and spoke with our leaders and said this would be a good idea? Why didn't our leaders sit down with us? Why didn't, okay, I understand why we didn't have a general meeting. We have all this COVID. But Gabe could have used his little Facebook platform. He could have used that little platform to ask us people what we thought of all of these changes they're making. Allowing our social service to become a 638. We should have known about that. Now the forestry. There's so much in question. The COVID money that was just on the news. When will we start to see anything from that? Whether it be to us directly or whether it be to our people. You're opening back up our casinos, everything. We're going to have a concert. A concert. It's time for a general meeting. It's time for all of this to be discussed with your people. Face your people, you cowards. Face your people. So I heard that the tribe brought back a man that was approved by Mr. Montoya. What is Mr. Montoya up there at BIA? This man that was brought back to our forestry, I hear is a big reason that this is going on. Did he also have a DWI? Sexual harassment charges for his secretary. Man, we just keep bringing in people with these crazy records. How many directors do we have driving our vehicles with a DUI? How many directors do we have driving our government vehicles that have a DUI? I'm going to tell you 3 here in a little bit, okay? What does this 638 mean for you, Gabe? Nelva Tyner? Tyner, does this mean anything for you? This is my favorite page right here. Every day I celebrate 420, but I have saved this page right here for this day. We have these leaders that are trying to punish us like we are criminals. Like we have aggravated assaults or aggravated DUIs. Or like we have cocaine charges. You know, I mean, they're just treating us like we're criminals. But did you all know, that if you Google a person's name. It'll give you a whole selection, and you can just pick their name, the person you're looking at, and it'll show you all their crimes, their charges, their plea agreements. Okay. So you leaders up there, Nelva, you pay attention, Judge Dahl, because this comes from you all. This is y'all's helping. This is why you all are here. Man, Judge Dahl, this is why you're not wanted on your own land. So you just came here. Who asked you to come here? Ms. Cervantes, listen to this, okay? You all explain this to all of us that voted for you. All of us. All of you people that have sat in jail. All of you people that have sat in jail for marijuana. Even for DUI. Who've lost your jobs because of your DUI charges. Cocaine charges. You all better pay attention and listen to this, because something's not right here. I don't know why you lost your jobs. Okay. Oh, where's Mr. Aguilar's report? Hold on, let me get Mr. Aguilar's report. His is kind of long. It's kind of lengthy. It's a whole separate sheet. All on its own, okay? Oh, register of action. Party information, defendant Aguilar, Robert G., 4200 Broadway. This is pretty old. This is back in, let's see, August 20th, 2006. Plaintiff, the state of New Mexico. Probation officer present, I guess. Let's see. Charges information. Charges. Robert G. Aguilar. Charge 1, possession of a controlled substance. Felony, in parentheses it says. 4th degree felony level. This was August 20th, 2006. Number 2. Aggravated DUI, or excuse me, DWI of intoxicating liquor and or drug. Misdemeanor, August 19th, 2006. Number 3, no insurance. Also misdemeanor, August 19th. 4, evidence of registration, misdemeanor, August 19th, 2006. Failure to obey traffic control devices, petty misdemeanor, 8/19/6. Okay, those are his charges, okay? Disposition. Disposition number 1, December 28, 2008. Disposition of a controlled substance felony. Dismissed by prosecutor. Ooh, lucky. December 28, 2006, disposition. Number 2, aggravated DWI of intoxicating liquor and or drugs, in parentheses, 0.16 or above. Wow. First offense, in parentheses. Also, guilty, no contest plea. Mr. Aguilar, that says guilty of an aggravated DUI, DWI. December 28, 2006. No insurance, number 3. Dismissed by prosecutor. December 28, 2006. Number 4. Evidence of registration. Dismissed by prosecutor. December 28. Failure to obey traffic control devices, dismissed by prosecutor. 12/28/06 plea, Number 2, aggravated DWI of intoxicating liquor, guilty. Sentence. He had a fine, $500. Sentence on 2/29. Count 2 and 1. Sentence 500. Proof of correction supplies. Man, look at all these. Look at all these. This is public information, y'all. You just go on. You can even go on to newmexicocourts.gov or .com. It'll show you. You just type in his little name here. Look, right there. Public information. In our tribal code, let's see this too. Let's look at this as well, because I want to know how this was done, okay? For this man here that we just all love to defend. How was this done? Authorization to perform a background check. When you run for office, this has to be done. What happened to Mr. Aguilar's? Where did Mr. Aguilar's background check go? Did we just forget that one? Oh, we'll push his packet through and just let him run. That's so crazy. What do you drive to work? What do you drive home, Mr. Aguilar? How do you drive? How are we allowing you to drive our vehicle, our government vehicle? We'll put that one away for now. Oh, Mr. Cervantes, Tyner. Man, what do you drive? What do you drive to work? Because every time I pass you, you're in that big old nice work ride of yours. Nice, nice big work ride. Usually coming from your, your big breakfast feed. So, November 6, 1996. Tyner R. Cervantes, aggravated DWI, bodily injury, second/third offense. What does that mean, you all? What does that mean? Guilty, found guilty, November 6, 1996, of aggravated DWI. This is just one of Tyner's. One of Robert's. I have more. But these are pretty big. For you all to be driving our vehicles, firing people, pulling people in, firing them for these same charges, and then hiring people who have the same charges, but they're your friends. So let's get them in here. Man, imagine if we could get Larry Barker down here to investigate all these government programs we have and make sure that they're being run correctly. I'm pretty sure you can't have a DWI because I've sat there and watched them fire people for that. Let's talk about this great COO of ours, Mr. Frizzell Jr. Remember the one we talked about yesterday, who was perfectly capable after 2.5 weeks? 2.5 weeks of training. Wow. Wait. Aggravated. Your charge when it's repetitive. Aggravated is repetitive. Man, you hypocrites. Okay. Mr. Frizzell, you all tell me how these people are going to give us $15,000 fines, 15 years in prison for a plant. Keep you from working, whether you have a medical card or not, for a plant. But we are going to pay top dollar to this 2.5-week trained failure. Frizzell Jr. Criminal charges. Wow. February 2001. What does this say? Let me see what this says, because his first charge, August 16th, 2001, possession of controlled substance, cocaine. Cocaine. Wow. Cocaine, you all. How many of y'all get to work after you have cocaine on you in your system? Any charges with it? Anything? He also had charges of marijuana, but those were dismissed and let go. Interesting, marijuana. But isn't that what we passed this other law for? July 29th of 2002, return of probation violation, guilty. How are we allowing this man? What did he say? What did he say on that report? Where's that genius's report? Talking about how long he's been employed with our great enterprise. How long he's been making all these great memories at our expense, you know. Man, who else gets to have strippers in their office? You ladies should be ashamed. How long have you worked for our great entity, Frizzell? Right here. Didn't you say since you were 13 years old? How did you manage to keep your job? Oh, I forgot. Daddy was your boss then. Daddy was your boss back then. And then, how did we manage? How did we manage to hire this man, this genius man who had the nerve to try and threaten, blackmail? Who are you blackmailing? Who are you trying to blackmail? I will not speak. Oh, including not talking to investors, the press, or anyone else. What would you not talk to them about? What is there not to talk about? So you all, today is 4/20. Man, if I could go sit in those chambers, I'd smoke a fat bowl to you all. You all educate yourselves before going along with this ridiculous criminal that you all are allowing to lead us. We need to remove him from office. He needs to be removed from office. How dare he treat me like a criminal? Let's pull up my background. Let's see what I've done. I'll pull it up for you all if you want. I'll share it. I'll read it with you all. I don't understand how any of you are allowing these people to do these things. Do you not see all the connections? Tyner, I took it very easy on you today. Maybe next time we'll talk about Soldier Canyon. Maybe we'll talk about how you properly use a Pulaski. The things that you use a Pulaski for. Someone get a hold of Larry Barker. Ask him to come look into all these federal programs, government programs. I'm sure they'd all like to know where their money's going that they're giving us. Our COVID money. Somebody said enough talking about COVID. No. It's not fair that our people suffered their home life, their family. They didn't have any income because they got COVID when they went back to work. And instead of paying them like our higher ups got paid, like down here some of them got paid, they did not get paid. They did not get anything, and to this day have problems with unemployment and never were able to utilize that again for going back to work. I like this person. I'm so sorry. I got to call you out because I have a question. Somebody said to ask this question too. Tamra Zwazwa, when you got COVID at work, were you paid? Were you paid during your quarantine? There's a couple people that want to know apparently. They did not get paid, these people asking. It's just crazy how set up it is. It's insane that for speaking our mind, we're punished. That stupid judge, Dahl, trying to keep us from our court. Robert, how are you not going to allow us to help our people against you all? You ask anybody that I helped. Did I ever tell them, you give me this much, I want this much? No, I always say, you give me what you feel. I have set prices I've never gone by. These are our people. You're supposed to help them. You have proven that you do not care about any of them except yourselves. I want Robert G. Aguilar to step down. We need to remove him from his seat. Take his power away before he destroys every program we have for his own pocket. Get Tyner out of there. This violent, scary man. Eey. Don't piss this man off. Don't make Tyner mad, especially around a Pulaski. Take you up a canyon and leave you. Mr. Frizzell, you need to step down as well with your stupid demands. I'll give you my letter of demands. How many of you legal advocates can't help our people? And what was the reason they told you? Mine was for this right here, for stating my opinion. That judge bluntly said that she was violating my rights and not allowing me in her court for stating my opinion, my beliefs. So how many of these other advocates are not allowed to help our people? That says a lot. That says a lot from Gabe and Nelva. Judge Dahl. Let's send Judge Dahl out of here. Let's get her out off our reservation. Let's banish all these people, these non-tribals. Let's banish Judge Dahl. Miss Chavez, all these non-tribals that are on our reservation, treating our people like this, let's banish them. Mr. Aguilar once told me about 3 people who could help me banish someone for fornication. So maybe I'll go sit down with Miss Blaylock. And then I asked Miss Blaylock, Miss Blaylock, as a medicine woman, what about when this mother's daughters have their feasts? Then what? What happens as a medicine woman? I just had to know. Hearing from Gabe that she's the one that turned in the main letter, I just have to know what she thought of it. She should have thought of it before then. They have their father. She don't need to be here. Wow. And who else could I ask? Who else could I ask about that, Gabe? Who else did you tell me to ask? Who else did you say had letters they submitted? Miss Ruta Bob, he said. Terry Lee Smith Diaz, he said that they turned in these letters to take this mother off of this reservation for fornication. How can another mother do that to another mother out of pure jealousy? That's literally what it was. Because I don't see another reason. I mean, fornication literally says jealousy. No proof. She wasn't married. Neither was the man she was accused of. So let's talk about all this. I'll get with those 3 maybe, and they can help me type up a letter to banish Judge Dahl. Miss Chavez, shame on you. You should be better than that. These are practically your people. We all treat you nice, love you. Every time I see you, hi Helen, how are you? I'm very nice to you. Never knowing how you are behind those closed doors. Yeah. You all need to get moving, get your mouths going, get those fights going, get these people out of there. I personally want Gabe out of office. He no longer needs to be in there. You need to step down. And if he does not, then let's take him out. Let's get enough of us to go have him removed. Frizzell Jr. and your mighty enterprise, it's time for you to move on. And I'm sorry, but you do not deserve any pension. Man, we've already given you enough. We've already given you enough. Tyner, Tyner needs to be gone immediately. I mean, immediately. This man has no reason to be around all these weapons. No reason. So Gabe, who allowed Gabe to run? Because he's the reason all this is there, like he's the reason Tyner got in there. The reason we're still allowing Frizzell to be there. Who in the election board thought we're going to skip his background? This aggravated, repeated, thank you for that, repeated DWI. Who thought we'll just skip that and then buy him a new vehicle this year to cruise around? When I was at work, man, I had to show all kinds of things in order to drive that work vehicle. We got to get Gabe out of there so we can start removing all these other people. Starting with Mr. Cervantes, Mr. Frizzell. Look into these other departments. Who's running them? How many complaints do they have? Were they ever addressed? Maybe it's time for a new election board. I sure hope to hear from one of you council members, you leaders, Eddie, Gabe, any of you council members, somebody. Somebody respond to these. Are they allegations? No, no. They're public information. It's right there. Black and white. Some of it in red and yellow. I don't understand how we allow this. This is why we have directors that go out and drink. And then we suspend them just to bring them back and give them all their back pay. We have directors out there fighting with our clients. And then they have the nerve to tell you, remember, when you're out there, you're representing our office and the tribe. And they even put that on your termination paper for bullying. The nerve. Let's see who's really running these departments. We have some great people that are under these directors that have really saved these programs. I mean, took them to the top. Go look into it. You have great staff under these crazy directors in all these departments. Go look into it. You judges that are too afraid of any type of retaliation or anything, they put you there for you to make your judgment, not their judgment. Why are you going in and out, waiting for someone to tell you your judgment? Oh, I'm going to recess because I'm going to look into all this evidence. Why not look at it right there with us? Why do you have to go out? Quit. Move on. Move on. Judge Dahl. Move on. Because you're coming too. Well, we'll slowly get to you. We'll get to all of you. Any of you want to talk to me, call me. I've given so many of you my number. I'm not a coward. You call me to that council chamber, I'll tell all of you. I'll ask all of you. I want to hear it from your mouth, from your face. I want to see it. I want to see you lie to my face. You should be looking at all of us answering this. Robert, turn on your little feed. You and Tyner and Helen, you two anyway, scoot your big bodies in there and tell us about these allegations, these charges, not allegations, these charges, guilty charges. And then Helen, you scoot your tiny little self in there and explain how you can go and treat people like this and why you like to throw that man next to you's power around. I didn't know Gabe had so much power. I hope I get some answers. Anything today, man, anything. We're going to keep moving until we get Gabe out of that office. Get into BIA as well. See where all these made-up positions came from. All these victims you talk to have the same thought. Shouldn't you be a victim if you're going to help victims? Shouldn't you have known what it was like? How are you going to sit there and tell me I know what you're going through when you were not a victim? Where did that title come from? Where did all these titles come from? Jackson, Drug Force Task Force. Drug Task Force. I don't know, what is he saying? He's just this big shot over here. Are y'all sure? Are you sure? We need somebody to come and look into our BIA. There's just some of these police we got to weed out. Don't need to be there. Get Gabe out. Get Tyner out. This violent, scary man. I shouldn't even say man. No, no, no. This violent, scary person. I told myself never, never, never would I ever call a boy a man when he does not need to be called a man. You touch a woman, you hit a woman, you're not a man in my eyes. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, because I have other things that say I'm pretty right. I can't wait to see Gabe's little memes today. Yes, Gabe, we all need prayer. Y'all pray for me really hard. I'm telling you. Strong devil I'm fighting against. A lot of them. Strong demons. Backsliders can be dangerous. Y'all have a happy 420. I'll let you all know what's going on with our movement, petition, whatever we can do to get him out. But we're going to do it. We're going to get this person out. And all these criminals that want to try and make me pay $15,000. Take me 15 years of my life for a plant that God gave me to replant. He provided a seed with it. You know, there was a seed in there so you could replant it for the purpose of man to use. Read your own Bible. Read your own book. Nelva, you're supposed to be educated. You want to play doctor and psychiatrist? Educate yourself on what you're playing with. All of you. All you council members, stay awake. All you council members, stand up to the rest of them. Because I've heard a lot of you council members tell me, oh, we need it, including Gabe. Gabe has even asked myself and my dad, asked my father, Alan, to help educate people. Ask my dad. I have text messages, emails, Facebook messages from Gabe. I used to really support this person. Encourage him every day. Like he says, I had a friend message me. That was probably me back then. Oh, Gabe, you make sure you take time for yourself. Enjoy you and your family. Don't forget your main goal. I don't think it was ever there. I think it was just all a lie. Y'all have a happy 420. Go out and get you a bowl. For now, I guess you got to hide it. And go get high. Heal yourself. It's a good thing, not a bad thing. You're not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. Happy, happy, blessed 420, all of you. We're going to get moving today. It's 420. Stay positive. We're going to get this. All of you. I hope your council meeting heard this. Enjoy 420.